Jason. Hello, everyone. Zephlin here with Faith Across America, and this is.
And I'm Steve with Faith Across America.
We're just coming at you today to give you another interview in our video series. So, what are you driving these days, Steve?
Actually, I'm driving what we call Matilda, the 93 Nissan Sentra. Little car we've had since I've known Zephlin.
All right. What is your favorite year for an automobile?
1968. Also the year I was born, but it seems like all the best cars came out in 1968. Muscle cars all the way, even the imports. I like 1968 Ferrari is something to look at.
Okay. What was the first car that you owned, or?
First car that I probably actually owned that held the title to was a 65 Bug that I bought. And I bought it before I could even have a driver's license.
Very cool. Any good stories with that first car?
The 65 Bug, like I said, I got it before my driver's license, and I put a motor in it. I worked with a shop in Milpitas, California, North Valley Ford Auto, which is no longer around. It's a shame. But I swept floors, and that paid for my motor, and he helped me build it and put it in. But I didn't have a driver's license yet. So actually, my mom was the one who drove the Bug most. And she, she could shift that thing better than anybody that I ever knew. Upshifted and downshifted that Bug. And what was funny was to see her come up and down the street in a 65 Bug with a stinger out the back with just an open exhaust. It was funny.
Very cool. So, what is the fastest you think you've ever gone in a car?
Fastest I've ever been clocked at is about 122 miles an hour, and it was in a little Datsun 510.
Very cool.
Of course, that was a long straightaway to get that thing up to 120 miles an hour.
I bet. If you had to buy a brand new car, any make and model, 2018, what would you buy?
The Rolls-Royce Bentley, and then turn around and sell it and buy a few houses.
All right. Why a Bentley? Why Rolls-Royce? Why?
Actually, I've always liked the Bentley. As a parts guy, I got to deal with a few of the Bentleys, and just the people around them are different. It's a different atmosphere. When you go to order parts for them, it can be really strange. You got to really know what you're talking about when you're talking to the Rolls-Royce guys. I dealt with Porsche guys. They know their stuff, but Rolls-Royce guys, they know that car forward and backwards. They're just not money guys, but they know the cars.
Very cool. Let's see. How many cars do you think you've crashed? How many crashes do you have under your belt?
I'm going to say 3, and 2 of them were people hitting me. If you count the racetrack, too many.
Well, yeah, racetracks come and go.
Well, it counts on if it. I've never wrecked a car on the drag strip. Circle track, I've put it into turn 3 and over the wall a few times. So I've had some good accidents over my life. I still wear my seatbelt every day.
All right. If you had to give somebody advice on buying a new car or buying a restored car?
Always find a car that you like, an older car, restore it. Insurance is cheaper, maintenance is usually cheaper. You'll enjoy the car more than you will a new car. A new car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, the depreciation alone will make you feel bad.
All right. What was the funnest car you think you've ever driven?
1957 oval window ragtop Volkswagen Bug. I mentioned early North Valley Ford Auto. My boss, who owned the shop, actually built the Bug. Amazing 5-speed. Just even with the top open, you could put that thing at 100 miles an hour. I've had a vet at 100 miles an hour, and I had this Bug at 100 miles an hour, and the Bug handled better than the Corvette did, and had more horsepower, power to weight ratio.
That's pretty amazing.
So it's back to the old Bugs.
Just goes to show you sometimes the higher dollar, more fancier stuff is not always better.
That's right. You think that old Bug has basically, it had a speedometer in the center, a little gas gauge, a little vase that you always kept a rose in, and that was your interior. It was basic, simple, no GPS, no radio station changing buttons on the steering wheel, just good old pay attention, drive, and feel the vehicle.
All right. What was the worst car you think you've ever been in and had the mispleasure of driving?
And Zephelin's going to get mad at me. I have to say Zephelin's first car that he bought with the title and fixed was his Ford Exploder, as we called it. I just didn't care for him. As a four-wheel drive, an SUV, we have a SUV, a Dodge Durango, that drives very nice compared to that Ford Exploder.
Notably, it was beaten up, but I'd have to agree it's not the best vehicle in the world.
Yeah.
All right. I think that wraps it up for our questions today. If you guys have any other questions you would like to ask us, drop them down in the comments, and we'll have Steve answer them, as well as maybe mention some questions for future interviews.
Right. So at the end of this interview, we're going to do it a little different here. We are trying interviews. We're trying different lighting. As you can see, we were playing with the lighting earlier. Where to look at the camera while we're talking. So please leave us any comments or suggestions that you see down below. We really appreciate them. And don't forget to share and subscribe to our YouTube. Thank you.